Why did Chennai Super Kings fail so spectacularly in IPL 2025? They've reached the most finals, lifted the trophy 5 times and earned a reputation for bouncing back when doubted. Here are reasons why it all went wrong. When Chennai Super Kings announced their retentions before the 2025 auctions, fans felt reassured. Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ravindra Jadeja, Shivam Dube, Matisha Pathirana and of course MS Dhoni. These were supposed to be the pillars, the experienced core who'd carry CSK forward. But what happens when your strongest assets suddenly turn into liabilities? He was the newly appointed captain.
There you go. What a shot that is.
He was the man who had been CSK's most reliable batter for the past few seasons. But an untimely injury early in the tournament threw the team's plans into chaos. Without their anchor at the top, CSK's batting order looked unsettled from day one. He moved up the order, sometimes to number 4 and other times to number 5. But did it work? Not really. He looked uncomfortable, especially against spin, and his numbers tell the story.
Starts with a slow one, and this one, it will be taken.
For someone expected to be a game changer, it just didn't click. With the ball, he wasn't impactful either. That is nowhere close to the level CSK expects from their premier all-rounder. Like what you see so far? Drop us a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with the latest interesting content. The spin basher, the power hitter, but where were those towering sixes this season? Dube struggled against pace, against spin and was mostly under pressure. His strike rate dropped from 162 last season to just 134 this year. 14 sixes in 11 games compared to 28 sixes in 14 matches last year. Was he found out by opponents or did the pressure get him? He was once CSK's death overs trump card.
Straight up now, this time, no, it's going to fall short again. He takes it, this is sensational.
This season, he's been inconsistent and expensive. The stats don't lie. His economy rate has jumped. Even though he took 12 wickets in 9 matches, his inability to control the run flow, especially in the final overs, has hurt CSK big time. He was supposed to close out games with his deadly Yorkers, but this year, he's been erratic, missing his lengths and leaking runs. Shockingly, he now holds the unwanted record of bowling the most wide balls in the IPL since his debut. He remains the face of CSK and remains the most adored cricketer in the stadium. But is it time for Thala to hang up his boots? His age and lingering knee injury will raise more and more questions as CSK continue to underperform. Batting at number 7 or 8, Dhoni has scored just 163 runs in 11 matches. Should CSK now look for a fully fit wicketkeeper batter who can contribute more consistently with the bat? You can't win matches if you keep dropping sitters in the field. In IPL 2025, CSK fielders looked like they were allergic to catching the ball. Almost every match saw a drop, a misfield, or a moment of pure chaos in the outfield. It wasn't just 1 or 2 players. Even the normally reliable names like Deepak Hooda, Rachin Ravindra.
Right, this has gone very, very high. It'll take some catching from the deep, and it goes down. Oh dear, Rachin.
And Rahul Tripathi started spilling regulation chances. Matisha Pathirana, already struggling with the ball, was one of the worst offenders in the field. Time and again, he made basic errors, missed catches, and put extra pressure on bowlers who were already leaking runs. RCB skipper Rajat Patidar was new at the crease. Bowler Jadeja tossed up and Patidar mistimed a lofted shot down the ground, would have caught 9 out of 10 of these. But have a look at what happened. Patidar went on to score a crucial half-century. RCB posted 196 runs and CSK, with a poor chasing record, lost the game by 50 runs. 5 dropped catches. Yes, 5, the most by any team in a single match this season. It was a fielding horror show. Vijay Shankar dropped Priyansh Arya, who was on 35 runs. The former went on to score a game-changing century.
Outside edge, and that's a fine way.
Just when you thought CSK had another chance, Mukesh Chaudhary trod on the boundary rope, gifting 6 more runs. The game details just another one of many CSK horror shows. Can any team survive when they're this sloppy in the field? There's a famous saying in cricket, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Unfortunately for CSK, they did the opposite this season. From game 1, they started tinkering, trying combinations that failed to click and broke the rhythm of a team known for its stability. Remember IPL 2023? The opening duo of Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway was the talk of the tournament. They laid solid foundations, match after match, especially Conway with tournament-winning stats. Despite all that, he was benched this season. To the shock of some fans, he was retired out in one game against PBKS. Instead, CSK opened with Ravindra and Rahul Tripathi. Both batters appeared ineffective and failed to make an impact at the top. Sam Curran and Jamie Overton posed a challenge for CSK in the bowling department. At times, it felt like CSK was trying to plug holes with random guesses instead of sticking to a strategy. So here's the big question. Did CSK lose this season before they even settled their best playing 11? In a competition such as the IPL, mastering your combination is half the victory. And this year, CSK kept changing and kept losing. In a season where most teams looked ahead and built around young Indian talent, CSK once again went the other way, trusting experience over explosiveness. And this time, the old formula didn't work. T20 is evolving fast. Pace, intent, strike rate, all matter more than ever. In the IPL 2025 auction, CSK spent big money on players who no longer match the modern T20 tempo. Ravichandran Ashwin was bought for a massive 9.75 crore rupees. After 8 matches, he had just taken 5 wickets with an economy of 9. Rahul Tripathi, bought for 3.4 crore rupees, was expected to give explosive starts, but the result was dire. Deepak Hooda was another player CSK hoped would bounce back, but his performance was meek. 31 runs in 6 matches, average 6, strike rate 75. Vijay Shankar was slightly better, scoring 118 runs in 6 matches at a strike rate of 129. But in a power-packed league like the IPL, where teams chase 200 plus, that strike rate is below par. Was it a giant miscalculation? This season was just not CSK-like, marked by the underperformance of their core stars, poor fielding, endless team changes, and questionable auction picks. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Knowing CSK's legacy, this might just be the reset they need. A team known for stability, experience and consistency has dramatically collapsed.
Last season's finalists, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, have collapsed in dramatic fashion. The Rajasthan Royals pegged their hopes on a 14-year-old, but it was going to be yet another failed year. The Royals have yet to find a crown and the sun sets early on Hyderabad. Here's how two giants tripped over their hype. The Royals entered IPL 2025 following a good third-place finish in the previous season. The 2025 campaign fizzled out quickly despite occasional flashes of heroism, mainly from their 14-year-old prodigy, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. It was clearly a roller coaster, filled with missed opportunities and challenges. With Sanju Samson sidelined by a finger injury, Riyan Parag stepped in as the Royals' stand-in captain. Despite his experience in domestic cricket, IPL captaincy proved challenging, and the team struggled with consistency. While Parag showed flashes of brilliance, notably hitting 6 consecutive sixes against KKR, the team missed Samson's steady leadership, and Parag's standout moments remained infrequent. By the time Samson returned, the team had already suffered too many defeats, and the damage was done.
Gone! The partnership's broken. Krunal Pandya bought into the attack and he delivers.
During the recent game against Gujarat Titans, one of IPL 2025's biggest stories was the emergence of 14-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who became the youngest player to score an IPL century. It was also the fastest century by an Indian. It was an incredible achievement that captured the imagination of cricket fans. His fearless batting style, with towering sixes and innovative strokes, suggested a bright future ahead. His stunning century was overshadowed by RR's inability to build on such performances. Parag himself acknowledged that middle-order issues were a major factor in their mixed form. Even with spectacular moments like Suryawanshi's century and Parag's 6 sixes, RR's inability to capitalize on these high points often led to disastrous losses. Their bowling attack, despite the presence of Jofra Archer, often failed to defend totals, and the batsmen struggled under pressure. While individuals showed potential, the team's overall inconsistency prevented them from capitalizing on the individual highs. No doubt Jofra Archer is a top bowler. However, he conceded 76 runs in 4 overs, the most expensive spell in IPL history.
Jofra Archer, top edge, and that will sail away.
Oh, carved away, this time over point. Oh, backs away, hits it again. Once again for 6.
RR's bowling attack also lacked depth, especially after the departure of Trent Boult. They had few options to back up the frontline bowlers, and this proved costly. A lot of things need to be addressed next year. The temptation would be to retain their core. But is it now time for new blood in the team and a fresh look? What do you think? Is it coaches, different players, or a big money signing? With a star-studded lineup, the Sunrisers Hyderabad have surely got to be one of the biggest disappointments of the tournament. The team boasts a star-studded lineup with some excellent individual players. Many would have predicted a surge to the final yet again. Here's a breakdown of what went wrong. In IPL 2024, the openers Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma amassed more than 1,000 runs at a superb average strike rate. This season has been below par, as the combined output has significantly dropped. Opposition teams nullified their aggression by bowling smarter lines and varied lengths. It has been a miserable outing for the combo.
Bowl him! Oh, yes! That is princely!
Heinrich Klaasen's run tally has dropped, and Ishan Kishan, who showed promise with a stunning century in the opening game, has fizzled out like a dated firecracker.
Absolutely smashed by Ishan Kishan, but wonderful hands by skipper Jinka Rahane.
The middle order has just not done enough when early wickets have fallen. The aggressive batting in IPL 2024 has become a liability this season. Furthermore, the batting has struggled to adapt to the match conditions. No bowler has maintained an economy rate less than 8 for Sunrisers Hyderabad. The key acquisition of Mohammad Shami has not met expectations, and even the golden arm skipper Pat Cummins has looked well off the usual high standards. For IPL 2025, cohesive bowling partnerships can be highly effective in tight games, and SRH just don't currently have the tools. Coach Daniel Vettori has berated the conditions at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Hyderabad. The pitches seemed more conducive to the fast bowlers, and SRH subsequently haven't been able to replicate the high scores of other teams consistently. The new ball has been much harder to negotiate for the batters. They made use of those conditions in the must-win match against Delhi, but rain affected the match, and it was curtains for SRH. No excuses. With just 3 wins in 11 matches, are they deserving of a playoff place? So Rajasthan Royals and Sunrisers Hyderabad, the heavyweight teams, eliminated. We wonder what the future holds for their teams. What do you think? Is it a problem with management? Was the groundsman to blame? Are these all bad excuses? Let us know your views in the comments. If you like this video, you're going to love the next one. Just check out this next Cricket Crafter compilation.